Hey everyone, in today's video, I'm going to cover 5 things you should never say to your executive because these 5 no-nos can get you into some hot water. So let's review so you don't get yourself into a jam. But before we review, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my next uploads that will really help you build your talent. Hey guys, this is Cherie from The Exceptional Assistant, and my channel is all about the day-to-day responsibilities and scenarios of the professional assistant. So whether you're an executive assistant today, looking for new tips and tricks, or you're new to the administrative role, this channel will be a great source of information for you. I've worked for executive level leaders within the largest corporations in America, from the gaming industry, the banking industry, and the movie entertainment industry. I've had some of the greatest executive mentors throughout the years, and this is my platform to share what I know. Now let's get to the video. So what are the 5 things you should never say to your executive? Number 1 is don't ever say what to your executive. If your executive said something to you from their office and you didn't make out what they said, don't reply by yelling out what. Get up from your desk and say, sorry, I missed what you said. Or if you were on a phone call and couldn't understand what your executive said, put the call on hold and say, sorry, I'm on a phone call and I didn't catch what you said. We have leaders that sometimes yell out to us, but yelling back is not something that's okay because that behavior is frowned on when you arrive at a higher position. Number 2, if your executive asks you to do a task that you feel is something more appropriate for a higher level position, do not say that's above my pay grade. Because instantaneously, your executive will take that as you declining a work request, and that could be taken as being insubordinate. I want you to look at this situation with a different pair of lenses. It may be above your pay grade, but if your executive is handing you the task, it's because they have faith in your ability. If I were in your shoes, I would say, let me take a look at that. And then I would ask a few questions, and then I would call my manager to help me through it. So 1, you didn't refuse your executive's request. Instead, you gained the knowledge of a task that was above your pay grade. And additionally, you showed your executive that you're more than able to take on tasks that are meant for a higher position. And that's what gets you noticed. Number 3, don't ever tell your executive that it's not your fault. Executives aren't looking at pointing the finger for a mistake. Executives are looking for resolutions. So if your executive showed you a communication that you distributed, but you didn't write the communication and there was an incorrect directive, well, 1, that isn't your fault, but there is a proper way to respond to that. I would say, let me review the communication with the person who originally created it, and we will correct it immediately. This way, your executive understands that a correction to the communication is on the way and that you're moving quick to resolve it. Number 4, don't ever tell your executive, I know that. When your executive is providing some type of information that you're already aware of, don't say, I already know that. Let them speak because they may be adding more information to the item that you have knowledge to. Or if you have a new leader and the new leader is giving you direction to something that you're already well versed on. Again, do not say you know that. Stay patient, listen, and with a smile say something like, okay, great, thanks for sharing that. Or you can say, we did something similar to this last year. Let me revisit my notes. This way the executive feels like you're on the same page as they are. Number 5, don't ever say what's up to your executive. There is a fine line between friends and the executive and assistant partnership, and you have to be able to recognize the difference. You may be friends at work and even friends outside of work, but once you step into the workplace, the executive and assistant relationship comes into play. So if your executive calls you into the office, don't walk in and say, what's up? Remember, you're on company time, so you should walk in and wait for their directive, which they'll give it to you pretty quickly. Or you can say something like, did you have something for me? This way you stay professional throughout the working partnership. So those are my 5 things that you should never say to your executive. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And if you have a great tip to share, leave it in the comments. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care.